What's up, Fresh Bake? Oh, shoot, that's right. I got to do my thing. Stand by. Balachichi. Hello, 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 Adam. Hi, Amy. Well, I'm on the wrong one. I got to find Fresh Bake Presents. A Chamana. Regina, hello, hello. The right channel. Yeah, I got it right this time. I use two different phones to do this. I use one. This phone is usually my live streaming phone. But I had to use the other phone the last time, and that's what screwed me up. All right. No, Disneyland. So if y'all, we here to complain about Disneyland not opening still again? No, that's the whole point of the title, is that I want to talk about literally anything, anything but that, anything. This is not a new hat. This is my usual, news vlogging hat. I don't normally I wear the Tam O'Shanter, you know, the flat cap for these videos, but I felt like wearing this one today, so. Anything, like literally anything. Like, for example, do you think the Matterhorn will be repaired on opening? Yeah, I don't see why not. Sure. Sure. You know, I do want to say that I got a few folks that were, thank you to Michael Baumert for the $2 sticker, who says cool. I do want to comment about, a lot of folks commented from Monday's live stream about how they thought I was like really stressed out and freaked out, and they were worried about me, and some people thought I was reacting too harshly or you know, like too emotionally invested. You guys don't have to worry about me. I'm okay. You know, it's just, it was a frustrating moment, but it's not like it's affecting me in my life or anything like that. You guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay? I'm fine. Hoosierwood asks, are putt-putt courses open? They weren't, but Liz sent me a link today. There's the course in Riverside, the miniature golf course in Riverside that I drive by all the time on the way to Palm Springs, that I've always wanted to go to, is going to be open for Halloween. And they have Halloween themed courses. They're going to be Halloween themed miniature golf courses. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing that. Of course we are. Nick Wagner says, the weekday crowds for downtown Disney are insanely slow compared to the weekends. It'll be a slow work week when I go back. The cast member to guest ratio is extremely high Monday through Thursday. Interesting. Where's your Camelot at, Disney? Who said that? Yeah, Castle Park. Curtis Cook, Castle Park. I've never been there. I've never been to Castle Park, and I've always wanted to go. If not for the miniature golf course, I love miniature golf. If not for that, then they've got a Wild Mouse roller coaster there. They've got some spinner stuff. It looks fun. Tell me if Castle Park is as good as it looks. Bus driver 7332 says, David, are you looking forward to Knott's on Saturday? We will be there as well. We will look for you. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, yeah, just because it's a chance to go to a park. But it's, I don't know. It's about the. I'm not as excited as I was when it initially opened. Orange County's still in red? I thought they moved out. Oh no, that's right. They can't. They have to stay in that orange territory for 2 weeks or whatever before they move into orange officially. Castle Park. Who said where's my Castle Park comments? I asked some folks. No, we're not talking about the topic that shall remain nameless. No. Your shirt is a great color green. Well, thank you. This is my minty shirt that I bought a long time ago for a Haunted Mansion bound. I did a long time ago. The mini golf course is fun. Okay. Focus says, my little brother has a learning disability and loves watching your videos because it brings him closer to the park during these trying times. Well, thank you. That's cute. I love it. Thank you very much. Tell him I said hi. I don't know. You didn't say his name, so. The mini gold course is fun. Okay, I'll check out the gold course. Hopefully that's one of the Halloween themed ones. Are you going the first day Disneyland opens? I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Jolene Townsend says, grew up on Castle Park. It's like being at the fair, but with mini golf. That's great. I can't wait to go. I've always wanted to go there for, I don't even know how long. However long I've been going to Palm Springs. And I've never been, because it's like an hour from here. That doesn't seem like a lot, no. Now, when you think about it, an hour's not that far. Nick Wagner says, did you hear that Hong Kong didn't renew their agreement for a 150-acre expansion with Disney so they can build a second park in Hong Kong? I did hear that. So it's I was wondering, so it's Hong Kong that did this, right? Not Disney. Disney didn't opt out. Hong Kong didn't opt in, right? Makes you wonder if it's political. Rad Roman says, if you enjoyed the Michael Myers house, check out the Mystic Museum in Burbank. In fact, that stretches a Halloween lover's paradise. I will check that out. Mystic Museum, I'll let Liz know, because she loves Halloween movies. Raider Nathan says, we should storm Disneyland like Area 51. How did that go? How did the Area 51 storming go, I wonder? Liz Handbrace says, David, you seem like you have a healthy psychological functioning. And you and Liz seem like you have a great relationship. I enjoy watching you talk. I enjoy watching you talk, you two talking. Well, I think I know what you mean. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do think that I've got a healthy psychological functioning. I do. I'm a very well-adjusted person. I'm okay. I've been around this planet for a little while, and I kind of figured a few things out, and I'm reasonably normal and positive and good and all that stuff. People try to project their own things on other people, I guess, but I'm okay. I really am okay. Let's see. Nick Wagner says, yeah, Hong Kong opted out. I mean, it's not like they're going to be looking into building new parks anywhere right now, but still lost. Yeah, it would have been nice if they could maintain the commitment, right, for if they do. But yeah, they're not building any new parks anytime soon. But yeah, I kind of wonder if that's what the motivation was for that. Hi, Calvin. Lucas Tully, do you agree with the common request of replacing Autopia and subs with a large based thrill ride like Tron or a thrilling dark ride? Do I agree with that? Let me express my opinion on that. Do I agree? No, I do not agree with that at all. I do not agree with that. I agree with that 0%. Having said that, I would enjoy riding Tron. I think Tron looks like a fun ride. I would enjoy Tron, but 100% I would rather have Autopia and the subs than Tron. Absolutely, with no equivocation, 100%. But if you took that stuff out and you put in Tron, I'd still be like, hey, Tron, let's film it. Because I love Disneyland, you know what I mean? Like, I would still appreciate it and love it. EAB 1608 preference, DCA or the parking lot? I gotta put a pin on that one, man. I mean, DCA. I'd still rather have DCA than a parking lot. But I just miss that old school tram situation. What did I miss? I missed something. I missed Deannia Bowers, who gifted us with $5 sticker that says number 1. I think it says number 1. That's sweet. Thank you. Stephen Patrick, Newsom signed executive order outlawing gas vehicles. Autopia on its way out or all electric. Well, that's not at all what he did, Stephen, actually. What Newsom signed today was in order that they could stop, you had to stop selling gas-powered vehicles by 2035. He's not outlawing gas vehicles. He's saying that the manufacturers have to stop selling them in the state of California by 2035, which is a huge difference. So anything that was already gas is still fine and legal. But you never ride the subs. No, but I love them anyway. Look, I don't ride every single ride every single time I go to Disneyland. I mean, it's not my favorite ride, and I don't do it as often as I do some other rides, yes. But I still love and appreciate it as a piece of art. I wish it weren't as heavy on the animations, you know, and the, what do you call it, screens. I wish it weren't. There are things I don't like about it, but I still appreciate it as a, especially the physical stuff, as a piece of art. No super chats, just the stickers. I don't normally like to do super chats on these. No. David, do you think the subs will ever be back? No, I don't. I think that we have ridden our last ever ride on the subs. That's just my opinion. Is Anaheim a safe place to live? I lived in Anaheim for a while. I mean, I felt safe enough. I mean, there are safer cities, to be sure. Sure. It's not as safe as, you know, where I live now, or Tustin, I mean, or Orion or something like that, but it's safe, yeah. Okay. Thank you very much to Chris Rodriguez for the $3 sticker. I appreciate that. Mark O'Neill, in the 64 World's Fair, wasn't the People Mover Mustangs? No. Well, there was an attraction that was people getting into Ford vehicles, and it kind of went around like a People Mover, but that was a different thing altogether. Okay, saw your vlog earlier. Will this ride end with a gift shop at the end? Yes. Don't they all? Don't they all? There should be a gift shop that says, I survived, you know, not going to Disneyland for a whole year, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Not Rick Verve asks, when you do the AP video, please include out-of-state APers. Well, I don't think they make a distinction. I don't think. I mean, there is a SoCal pass that's for SoCal residents only, but every other pass is anybody could buy it anywhere. So I don't think that there's any. They don't make a distinction for everything else besides the SoCal pass. Christina K says, "Let's all like this video, or David will call your parents." That is a true statement. I have every one of your phone numbers, and I will call them all. Thank you, the Tank Did It Packy, for the $1 sticker. Fresh baked merch from Supply Hawaii. Yeah, go to in the description of any video, and there's a link to some t-shirts that you can buy. We have some pretty cool t-shirts, I think. Let's see. Steven Adventure says, I have other info on Disneyland, question mark. Wait, are you asking me? I don't know what you're doing here. You said I. Are you asking about if I have other info on Disneyland? No. Thank you. Well, Cameron, I hope you liked the video then. How are we doing here? 160 now. There's some phone calls going to be happening. There's going to be some upset mothers out there who are going to find out that their kids that they raised aren't the kind of kids that like videos that they watch, that they don't like videos, that they just apathetically watch the video without liking or disliking it. There are some mothers who are going to find that out, and they're going to say to you, that's not how I raised you. I'm craving bagel barbecue too. Regina Layton says, out-of-staters don't get a monthly payment plan. Why did I not? That's right. That's right, huh? I knew that, but I wasn't thinking about that. Okay, so there will be a separate policy, a separate plan for those folks who have already paid their APs up front. I'm going to cover all that. I've actually got a contact, who handles this exact thing, and I'll be hopefully getting a full comprehensive analysis on what to do with those APs, or how you should handle them, or what you need to do going forward when the parks open up. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna hope in the next week or so. Gorlami. What do you think? Wait, what? What do you think of the Muppets tagging? Where'd it go? I lost it again. What do you think of the Muppets tagging Imagineers Weiss and Rhodey on their Twitter challenge? I don't even know what that is. What are we talking about? Downtown Disney crowds are getting out of control. I went back again this last weekend. Nonsense. Madness. Madness. But then Liz went last night. Stay tuned, by the way. Liz did a vlog from Downtown Disney. That's going to go on the Royal Dorks channel. But Liz did a vlog at Downtown Disney about the treats at Sprinkles, Jamba Juice, and Shake Shack, Salt and Straw. And she did that video with Katie from Best Life and Miguel and Janelle from Magic Journeys. They appeared also. It's a fun little, cute little video. So stay tuned for that. That's going on Royal Dorks probably tomorrow. Thank you, Judy, for liking the video. The rest of you are going to be grounded. Now, I hope you like not watching any of your favorite TV shows or having chocolate milk with dinner, because you're not going to get to do those things. You're not going to get to watch your favorite TV show or have a chocolate milk with dinner because you didn't like this video. That's when my dad's coming back. I'm glad you guys have a sense of humor about this stuff. Not Rick Verve! But do you have a flag? I love that. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that's in reference to in terms of the context of this conversation, not Rick Verve. But I know that I love, now I forgot his name. How did I forget his name? But you have a flag. It's not a maneuver. It's more of a gesture. What's Liz's vlog? It's our Liz and I's personal vlog. It's Royal Dorks. Go to the Royal Dorks. Mark Bram says, David, a thumbs up is like tipping at a restaurant. You get the thumbs up at the end of your live. Yes, but many times I've already made up in my mind that I'm gonna tip, right? Right? Come on! It's not a tip. You like what you've seen so far. Besides, I'm just giving you a hard time. What will open first? This is a good question. What will open first, Universal or Disney? I think Universal will open first. I do. Ron Burner says, my favorite video title ever. Love you, brother. Love you, man. You're continuing to remain spectacular. Beautiful words from a beautiful man. I'm not going to talk about that, Gart. Nick Wagner says, Universal will need a lot less preparation than Disney. I just think that Universal and Knott's are both more aggressive than Disney. That's just my feeling. They're more aggressive. This Familia says, David, can you explain the AP passes that might get extended? I can't hear. I don't have all the answers. I have questions that I don't have the answers to yet, but I am working on a separate video that I'll be doing about annual passes very soon. Mark O'Neill, nice to see you a bit more up. Have I been down? Have I been down? I'm not down. I've been pretty amped actually the last few weeks. I have been, guys, I have been a content producing machine for the last month or so. I've been working night and day to the bone every single day, 16 hours a day, constantly, just to put out all this content. I have been just psyched for to be a YouTuber these days. Silicon Valley Life gets the $5. Thank you very much. What? Wait, Nick Wagner says, did you see the lightsaber poll on the Disney Parks blog? No, I didn't. I haven't been able to read the Disney Parks blog in a month. Dave, did you vote on one? I don't know. No, I didn't. I'm excited for the Cal Kestis one. It looks so cool. There's new, is it new lightsabers? Luke Roberts, who named the Royal Dorks? Well, we did. Okay, so the history of the Royal Dorks channel goes like this. I used to, in the intro to Fresh Baked videos, refer to myself as the King of Swing, the Duke of Dork, and the Mayor of All Good Times. I would say, you know, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Baked, the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. I'm your host, David, the King of Swing, the Duke of Dork, and the Mayor of All Good Times. And I would often refer to myself, and others would refer to me as the Duke of Dork. And then when I got married to Liz, we referred to ourselves as the Duke and Duchess of Dork. And then when we had a baby, we decided to just call it the Royal Dorks, as in all of us. Thank you very much to Mark O'Neill for the $5 gift. I appreciate that very much. He's like a little party pair. Little party pair. Cameron Cavato says, I've noticed about the content. I have the notification bells on, and there's always at least a video each day. You're doing great. Just don't burn out. I have been at this for 7 years, and I have like moments of burnout, but not like long stretches where I don't want to do anything for a week or more. But I have moments of burnout, but nothing. I mean, that's one thing that I've always been able to do ever since I was little, is I may not be the most talented person. I may not be the smartest person. The one thing I can do better than anybody else is do a lot of one thing. Like, I can just make a lot of something. I learned that early on, is that I'm just fast and good at producing quantity. When are they doing the Envy refurb? Egg asks. I don't know. Actually, that's been postponed indefinitely. 275. I want 500 likes. Let's go. Come on. Focused asks, David, do you think that an all-electric future is in store for Disney? Yes, I do. Whether it be retrofitting Main Street vehicles, which seems sacrilegious, or no Autopia. If so, how soon do you think? It'll be a while, but I do see on a long enough timeline it'll happen. Sure. Are you going to Taste of Halloween? Yes, we're going Saturday, I believe. NorCal Attraction says, get rid of Toy Story Lot and build a Disney water park. Well, two things on that, unfortunately, NorCal. They're not going to tear that thing down, not for a long time. And two, there's a water park down the street on Harbor Boulevard, the Great Wolf Lodge. So it's not likely that Disney's going to build one anytime soon for that very reason. What do we get if we hit the like button? You don't get anything. That's for me. Okay. You don't get nothing. You get to watch my video. You get to watch this live stream. But of course, you get to do that if you don't like it too. But no, there's nothing in it for you, except for that I call your mom and tell her that you didn't. So. Good day, sir. I said good day. NorCal Attractions asks, will Critter Country still exist when Splash Mountain is changed? Well, I'm not convinced Splash Mountain is going to change. Just putting that out there. But yes, I think so. I think Critter Country will still exist. Yeah, what more could you want, Cam? I get a little more saucy on these live streams than I do in a regular video, or even when I'm doing a vlog. I get a little more saucy. That's why you should watch the vlogs, really, because this is like the closest thing to a natural me. I'm definitely more sarcastic and saucy on a live stream, both on these and on the Thursday night live stream on Fresh Baked proper. Okay. Justin White says, David, SeaWorld just upgraded all of the passes to the next level and gave another year for free. Free gifts and extra friends and families tickets to thank pass holders for their patience. Well, okay, that's good for SeaWorld and good for SeaWorld pass holders, but you must understand and see it through the filter of the fact that nobody wants to go to SeaWorld. Their attendance is dead, and they got to do whatever they can to keep their people coming in. SeaWorld is desperate for attendance. So, anything they can do to keep that going, they're going to do. Disney doesn't operate under that same... I'm exaggerating, honestly, but Disney doesn't operate under those conditions. They don't. There's so much demand for Disney that they can afford not to do things like that. Luke Roberts says, have you tried the spicy chicken McNuggets and Chips Ahoy McFlurry? Luke, we did a whole video on that on Royal Dorks. You should go to Royal Dorks, Luke. Go to Royal Dorks and follow us there. Liz and I literally got them the night before they were even out publicly. We found them at a McDonald's in our neighborhood, and we did try them. Cliff notes, I think they're fantastic. Gabe Valier says, David, do you think Disneyland will boost AP discounts just like Disney World did? Maybe. Chris Lynn says, I can't watch Royal Dorks, it kills my diet. Well, that's true. We do a lot of eating. We do a lot of eating on Royal Dorks. Tomorrow's video is more eating. Today's video, though, is not eating. But we do it's shopping and eating. Basically, that's what we do. Is there a point to this video? Says, look, you may find Jones. Oh, yeah, you're fun. You seem like a nice person. Is there a point to this video? Yes. We're trying to talk about anything besides when Disneyland will reopen. This is an exercise for both you and me. It is to release all of that, anxiety or whatever that we might be feeling. And I expect more troll comments from you and your friends. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you. I'm glad, though, that you're here. I appreciate that your presence is here and watching our show. Thank you very much. I would hug you. I'd give you a very crisp high five. David, how about a dolphin show in Nemo Lagoon? My goodness, that is a sacrilege. That's crazy town. Doing a Halloween tree? Mark, are you asking me for home or at Disneyland? BCG Productions says, I love when you respond to the haters, David. It always makes me laugh. Yeah, it's fun. I don't take it seriously. I really don't. The only time I ever get like really upset or emotional about that kind of thing is when they start talking about my family, my baby or something like that. That's when I start blocking and things like that. Nah, man, it's all good. Whatever. People don't have to like me. That's okay. That's something that you have to come to terms with. It's easier for some than others. You just, whatever. Hey, you're here. Downvote if you want. Ducks fan 11. Would you rather have a Tron clone or a Flight of Passage clone in California? I think I'd rather have a Tron clone, although capacity there is pretty light as far as I know. What I really rather have is something completely new and different. Let's see. Gordon Farmer's Forge, have you seen the Mandalorian trailer? Yes, I have. It looks fantastic. I am in love with the Mandalorian. Do I remember the McDonald's at Big Thunder Ranch? Well, it wasn't a McDonald's. It was just the fries. They sold only fries. That's what I remember anyway. There's so many questions there. I'm trying to find. Do you think that the Disney California Adventure will still put in an e-ticket ride at Avengers Campus? That's a great question because they have one planned. We've got concept art and everything for it. We got a place for it. We know where it's going to go. But no, I think it's going to be a while before we see that e-ticket. It was supposed to be like 2 or 3 years later, but it could be quite a while before we see that. I am excited for WandaVision too. Yes, Avery. Excuse me. Halloween tree at home. We have a Halloween tree at home. Yes, we put lights. We put orange and purple lights around our tree that we have out in our front lawn. We have a lot of decorations out in the front. We have a lot of stuff inside the house. Yeah, our house is already completely decked out for Halloween. Do you think they will ever change the name of California Adventure? Asks Joseph Martinez. I hope so, because I don't like the name, to be honest. I know people are using that as a reason like to hate against what they're doing in California Adventure, and as if to say, I don't like these changes that they're making because it's not California themed. It's called California Adventure. My response to that is, well, stop calling it California Adventure. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a bad name and a bad concept for a theme park. I think we've had this discussion before in other live streams, but I liken it to going to Disneyland Paris and having a pretend or a fake Parisland. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to Disneyland Paris and then go to Parisland. It's right over there, Paris. I'm going to go see the Eiffel Tower myself. So I don't want to come to California and then see fake California. I want to see real California. Hopefully that resonates. Does that make sense? Justin Hoey says, hey, David, thanks for staying on top of it all. I appreciate your hard work. Love your coverage of the OC politics. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. It's a lot right now keeping up with all this. And sometimes I feel like I'm only making one kind of video, but I mean, what are you going to do? That's all that's happening right now is news about when it's going to open. And if I go to Downtown Disney, it's going to be about what's in the stores at World of Disney, what kind of food they have, and what can I see through the gates. Not a lot to talk about these days, but I'm trying. I'm trying really hard. Robert says, the Hollywood Backlot Park, and he's crying. Yeah, the Hollywood Backlot land is the worst land ever. It's the worst land ever conceived, and I can't understand why they keep trying to do this, because they've done it in other parks too. It's the worst concept for a land that I can think of. Deborah Hobbs says, I've lost 30 pounds since June. Way to go, Deborah. Good job. That's not easy to do. I'll give you a pat on the back. Okay. Nick P asks, what's the worst land? The worst land is the Hollywood Backlot. I don't know if that was obvious or not, what I was talking about. Justin White says, without the backlot, where would we have those awkward dance parties? Right? The awkward dance parties where there's a band playing very danceable music and there's nobody dancing. That one? Where it's like they're all hyped and everybody's looking around, drinking their drinks and just kind of standing around with their kids in strollers and trying to figure out if they can get into Monsters, Inc. or not. I don't understand dance parties in the park at all, like in general. I don't understand them when they were... I mean, the Tron dance party, that seemed to pop a little bit, the Tron one. But the stuff they do at Tomorrowland is not very good. It's even more cringy. I don't know why they try to force that. I don't know why they do. Mr. A to C says, if you could have your wishes, what would you retheme that area to? I assume you mean the backlot. I would love to see them turn it into the world that Mickey lives in the 20s. Because it would coincide with the Buena Vista Street and roll it in there. And then this is where Mickey films, you know, it's a kind of a backlotty-ish thing. But I don't want fake Hollywood. I want Mickey. I want Mickey's world. where the things he's gone to, kind of like Toontown, I guess, a little bit, but better. But something that would definitely flow well with Hollywood and Vine and Buena Vista Street. And this was all. I remember thinking about that concept when they were ruminating on whether or not they were going to bring Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to Disneyland, because one of the proposed sites for a Runaway Railway before they settled on behind Toontown was to put it in the back lot for that very reason, I think. And I liked it. I thought that was a great idea. But they're putting it in Toontown, which is also, like I said, Toontown and my vision of the back lot are kind of similar. So it makes sense that they put it in Toontown. I kind of hope that they do something with Toontown, because I don't like Toontown, to be honest. I don't like the artificiality of it. It's just not a very comfortable, soothing place to be, and it doesn't. I don't really feel like there's any kind of cohesiveness to the land. Maybe, I don't know. The dead end doesn't help. Yeah, I don't like that there's a dead end. I hate dead ends in the park. Thank you to Justin Hoey, who gets us $5, who says to keep it up. I'm gonna do just that, even though I don't work out ever, but I probably should. Help burn some calories, because I got a fat stomach. I don't think we're getting. Tanner Cooper says we need the Tomorrowland makeover. I don't think we're going to get that. Think 10 years plus on that. 10 years at least. Natalie Vasquez asked, "Did the announcement live stream already happen?" Yeah. Well, there was no announcement. They had a live, or they had a press conference that was live, but there was no announcement in terms of like a date or anything like that. They just got rid of the French fry rocks. Yeah, that's just for the entrance. That doesn't mean anything, or doesn't have to mean anything in terms of the long-term overall, plans for Tomorrowland. They had a plan. I'm not saying that they don't and they weren't going to. They had a plan. They probably still have a plan for Tomorrowland for a makeover. But this thing that happened in the last 6 months has killed all kinds of stuff. It has killed many, many projects. And the Tomorrowland project was one of those that was always kind of a back burner thing. A lot of other things took priority over that. And it will continue to be that way. Angelica Obradovich says, "I would love to see them let Joe Rohde loose on Tomorrowland." Joe Rohde is the lead Imagineer for the Tomorrowland retheme. And I don't know if you guys remember, we did a video about this a while back. And his suggestion, after looking at Tomorrowland and the way it's laid out, looking at how the attractions all kind of work together, especially with regard to the People Mover and how that is symbiotic with every building that's in that land. And Joe Rohde suggested that they just level it, everything but Space Mountain. I'm okay with that, as long as they kind of restore some of that previous stuff, like the lagoon. I don't mind if they want to destroy the Autopia and destroy the lagoon, as long as what they build in its place is equal to that aesthetic. One of the most beautiful places in the park, anywhere in the park, is the monorail platform, where you get to see the lagoon and the subs and the waterfall and the Matterhorn and the monorail going by and that track. That is one of the most beautiful things that you can look at any moment during the day. And I would love to see them maintain that. Thank you very much to Wacky Martin for the buck. You the man. Yeah, so I'd be okay with that. Likewise, I'd be okay if they tore down Autopia, as long as what they put in its place. First of all, I don't want them to take down Autopia. I love Autopia just as it is. But I would be okay if they did, as long as what they put back in there was equal in terms of the trees. I very much want to see all those trees brought back and used in some sort of, aesthetic like that, because to replace those trees with more concrete would make me very, very sad. I'm not aware of Disney trying to do another announcement today. I did say Destroytopia. I don't really mean it, but I mean, I know it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. Thank you very much to where'd it go? Glenn Heflin for the $4. It's a pear with a cup of coffee. Thank you. I don't know why I feel the compelled to describe the little animated emoji that's giving me the $4 there, but I have to do that every single time. I don't know why I do that. Lose Autopia just for Tron? No. Autopia greater than Tron. Nick Wagner asks, something I've always wondered about Disneyland, Disney World is sponsorship. Sponsors keep projects at Walt Disney World. Why don't they utilize that at Disneyland? That would prevent Tomorrowland getting pushed. Well, they do a little bit. I mean, Autopia is sponsored. But they instead depend on IP. I think they use sponsors where they don't have an IP. Right? I think they'd rather use IP than a sponsor. Oh, my landline again. Thank you to Tracy Wacknitz for the $1.50 of popcorn. I appreciate that very much. Tanner Cooper says, I wish they would bring back the escalator for Space Mountain and not go up that boring pathway. Amen, Tanner. Amen. Now, if they were to propose a Tomorrowland makeover, I wouldn't necessarily want that exact thing, but I would love an element like that. I think that was a beautiful addition to the aesthetic of Tomorrowland. I loved it. That's a good point. Jay Steele says, Grizzly River Run is one of the few rides without an IP in DCA. What should they do with it? Let's ponder that. They should make a movie. There it is. They should make a movie about Grizzly River Run. Give it a backstory, give it a villain, give it a hero. Tell us a story about why there's a Grizzly Mountain, and then have that retroactively be the IP, just kind of like Jungle Cruise, how they're doing Jungle Cruise. Small World is also sponsored by, they're sponsored by the same folks who sponsored the monorail at Walt Disney World, but now I can't remember it. No, not GE. I can't remember. Laramie says Small World sponsored by Annabelle. I like it. Siemens. Yeah, Siemens. Launch Bay is a waste of space. I don't think anybody would disagree with that statement at all. Or was it Sylvania? Yeah, wasn't it Sylvania? No, it is still Siemens, isn't it? I've forgotten Disneyland. Oh, they said this would happen. They said it would happen, but I didn't believe them. They said you'd forget. They said that when if you didn't go to Disneyland for 6 months, that you might start forgetting it and it would no longer be a reality. We're forgetting Disneyland. I'm forgetting Disneyland. I need to go back to Disneyland. You've been away too long, Peter. Yes, I'm going to go be an attorney. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop making fresh baked videos about Disneyland and I'm going to go be an attorney. Yeah, I need to. I gotta. What's that? What do they have to do? You have to bang a roo or whatever. What's that? What's that scene in Hook when he has to like be like a rooster, and then there's a thing. I forget what the phrase is. I don't like Hook. Bangarang. That's it. Yeah, it's bangarang, right? I said bangaroo. Dana C says, do you know any feedback from any cast members on if they want to go back or not? Are they feeling safe? Well, Dana, I'll say this. I don't have any cast members contacting me. I mean, I do have cast members that contact me. Almost to a man, they all want to go back to work. I haven't had anybody contact me to say they don't want to go back to work. Now, that's not to say that they don't exist. They're just not. They're not talking to me. Okay, they're I'm not hearing from them. By the way, I asked for 500 likes. We're at 420. We can do that. Let's come on. Let's go 80 more. 80 more, guys. Here you go. Let's just poll the audience. How many cast members do we have in here who are willing to expose themselves in their handles? How many cast members do we have watching that want to go back to work? And how many do we have that don't want to go back to work? And then how many of you like John Carpenter movies? Say bangarang if you like John Carpenter movies. Ready to go back. I want to go back now. There we go. Definitely want to go back. All right, yeah, we're going to do a puff and pass since we're at 420. Puff and pass, like the video, please. There's a bunch of bangarangs for John Carpenter. I dig it. Most everybody wants to, people want to go back to work. They just want to go back to work. Rufio's cousin is a YouTuber. Agent Trout, National Wildlife Control. That's a hell of a handle. Fresh Bake, can you do more construction updates at Universal Studios Hollywood? There's a lot to process of Super Nintendo World. I would if they were open, but I don't know if I can do enough. I mean, I don't go every week like I would at Disneyland. You can check Theme Park Obsession. He does videos about Universal and is a friend of mine. So support Theme Park Obsession. By the way, yeah, I agree. That was a lot of CMs here, guys. Can I just take a moment to tip my hat to Disneyland CMs? I love you guys. I love you. You are literally the best. Mark O'Neill, spousal unit is a CM that wants to go back. Is your spousal unit reference to the Coneheads? Oh, that's right, because I used to call my parents my parental units. I did. Connor Gruel asks, do you think Spider-Man is the perfect animatronic? I haven't seen the animatronic. You can't see his face, so with today's technology, he would look completely real. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I guess that is a thing. But I haven't seen it operate yet. Focus says, thank you so much, David. Calvin is going off to go work on some homework and wanted to say thank you for saying hello to him. It made his day. Much love, Fresh Bake. See you next time. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by, Calvin. Keep doing that homework. Study hard, kid. Is there any other way to wear a hat than off to the side like this? I mean, there's no other way to wear this hat, is there? Thank you very much to Cassie Sanchez for the $5 dancing pair party pair. Thank you. I do miss the Ghost Galaxy projections quite a lot. That was one of my favorite things of the holiday season, was just hearing Ghost Galaxy and then seeing the projections on the Space Mountain. How are we doing? We got 10 minutes? We got 10 minutes. What about backwards? I don't know. No, nope. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. What Disneyland ride do you think is the most need of a refurb? Probably Star Tours, from what I hear. Nemo. Both of those are being run on Band-Aids. Yeah, I would probably go with those two. Mr. Toads. Mr. Toads is running on probably, what, 40-year-old parts at this point, I think. Maybe 30-year-old parts. If I had to come up with an idea for a brand new land, what would it be? Well, I don't know, but I know it wouldn't be like an IP based. I would want to come up with something original. You know, I don't know. Just think of like, you think of the broad ways that they have developed the existing lands, Adventureland, you know, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland. Like those are very broad things. So I would want it to be that, in that vein, but I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of what's left. You know, maybe something historical. Another, you know, like a time period, like Main Street. But I don't know what time period that would be. I don't know. I'd have to think about that, but that's a good question. Chuck Granger says, thank you, David. Your positivity is what makes working for Disney during these difficult times well worth it. Thank you. It's not me, man. It's you. Knowing how much we are appreciated. I love Fresh Baked. Well, I hope you guys do know, man, because I know sometimes don't get brought down. The same thing I tell Liz, because she doesn't handle trolls as well as I do. She takes all that negative, you know, energy to heart. She really like consumes it, and it's hard for her to take abuse and comments and things like that. But you don't want to, I know that there's a lot of bad people out there, not a lot. There are some bad people out there who don't know how to treat cast members, that feel like they're entitled and stuff like that, but they're not the majority. I believe truly the majority of us do love and appreciate cast members and understand what it is that they're doing and what it is that they're providing for us as part of our guest experience at the park and how vital they are to Disneyland. So, you know, knowing that, that's why I try to say that as much as I can, because I just want to make sure that people do appreciate that and do understand how vital cast members are to the experience. Without you guys, good gravy. Disneyland wouldn't be what it is today. It literally would not be what it is today if it weren't for the kindness and the effort and energy that you guys put out on a daily basis, even when you don't feel like it. And that is a thing that people don't appreciate enough, I don't think, because cast members, as I said in a previous live stream, are human beings, just like you and I, who have bad days, who have bad moods sometimes, who are going through things. But we all expect them to be putting on this super happy, I love you, you know, show every single day, 24 hours a day. They go through it just like you and I do. So, you know, remember that next time you feel like you want to give a cast member a little grief, tell them I'm watching. And I'm going to call your mom, okay? If you think you're going to give cast members grief on my watch, think again. I'm gonna tell your mom. Thank you very much to Disney Adventure Vlogs for the $2. Appreciate that. It's a pair that's like trying to be cool. I like it. Chuck Granger gives us $20. Thank you very much. He says you are amazing. No, Chuck, you are amazing. That's very kind of you. Very generous. Did I catch up already? Darcy S says, I get that we encounter guests at their worst moment and we get yelled at. That's so true. That's so true. Please don't be mean to us, friends. We are only doing our jobs. Also true. They're just trying to make everybody happy. That includes you, even if it doesn't work your way. Sir Malmston says Kansas land. That's almost perfect. That's almost perfect. I mean, I could actually see myself getting behind that. They're not going to build a Simpsons land. That's an IP. I don't want them to build Simpsons land. Port Discovery from Disney Sea is pretty great. Yeah, I would like that. I don't know if that's a lot of money. They really went for it at Tokyo. They really, really went for it, and there was no limitations on that. I think we would get limitations here at Disneyland, so I'm not sure if it would work. But farmland, I can get behind farmland. ESPN land is a terrible, terrible idea. Terrible idea. How we doing? 3 minutes to go, guys. Yeah, we did have kind of a, Justin White says we had a farmland at DCA, the little tiny little mini thing that was the where the entrance to Bugs Land was. It was kind of lame. So maybe we don't want farmland. Maybe that's a bad idea. Potato Land. Potato Land. Yes. I'd be all down for a Mickey Land, sure. Sonia Guerrero gives us with $1.50. Thank you very much. It's a diamond! A shiny, bright diamond! Yay! Oh, we got the 500. Good. Okay, good. I like it. I mean, if you feel like liking it again on your way out, that's all right. You can get to 600 maybe. Yeah, Nick Wagner says, Tokyo pours all of their own money into parks projects. That's why they get a brand new, beautiful parade exactly every 5 years. Dream Up is their current one, and it's amazing. Tokyo definitely has a bigger budget. They're much looser with their spending because it's not Disney's money, it's their own. And I guess they feel like, you know, they're more willing to do that, whereas Disney's constantly tracking the bottom line these days. And it's not Basil Land. You take that back, Swap Willie. I'm calling your mom. We can't get a Godzilla or King Kong land, first of all, because they're IPs, and I'm trying not to make an IP land. And B, we don't own them. That's Universal, I think. Is Godzilla Universal? I think I'm going to make a shirt that says Walt Loves Trains. Do you think they'd let me do that? Can I make a shirt that says Walt Loves Trains? I think I need to do that. Fan submission land video? What? I didn't design our logo. I had somebody make that for us. Ericsson Land would probably be very boring because it would just be an animatronic of me at my desk editing video, and all you'd see is my back, and I would be just like, I'd be like this the whole time, just focused on my computer. You can't really see it because I'm looking at my computer. I can't recreate it. I don't know how to do this. Dorkland. It would just be me, a cup of coffee, and a whole lot of editing. Yeah, I don't think I could put Walt's image on there. It would just have to be text, kind of like how they do on $5 tees or $6 tees. It's just text. Dina Locke gives us with $1.50. Black Cat. Happy Halloween to you, Dina. There's horses on Main Street. You know, Walt loved horses. And I would be willing to bet You guys that Walt, if you'd asked him, would say, I love Fresh Baked. And he'd say, I love you guys for loving Fresh Baked. Thanks for hanging out with us for an hour. I appreciate, as always, you guys coming here and hanging out with me for an hour and being generous as well and saying kind things. I love kind things. I love it when you're kind. It makes me so happy. Stay tuned for more. I guess we'll see you tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we have a regular live stream. It'll probably just be me again tomorrow up here like we did last week. And stay tuned for the AP video, which is going to come out soon. And probably anything newsy. Stay tuned for that, obviously. And then if you are feeling like you want to watch more of me and Liz be ridiculous or dorky, go follow us on the Royal Dorks. And then follow us on Instagram at _freshbaked and on Twitter at freshbakedisney. That's fresh with no E. Did I get all of my stickers before I go? Yes, I did. Well, there's one more from Marianne Nadell, who gives us with $3 and gave me a fist bump. Thank you very much, Marianne. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow. Fresh Baked. Oh, wait, did I miss this nature? I'm trying to save myself here. They don't show them to me. They scroll by so fast. Diz Nature also gifted us with $3 and another fist bump. Thank you very much, Diz. Okay, guys. Bye. We love you very much. Bye, guys.